Hey guys, we're continuing with our review of different forms of alternate energy, specifically on the inverter UPS side. We have previously reviewed the Mecer 2400 VA inverter system. That unit remains one of our most popular units. It's with several of our clients and works really well. I personally still have my unit and I've had no issues with it. These units are pure sine wave 1000 watt units, with the unit on the left having a single 12 volt battery and a unit on the right having a dual 24 volt battery setup. These units I've come across due to demand from clients and having the ability to have pure sine wave to run additional items such as fans and oxygen concentrators, as well as fridges. Okay, let's take a look closer at the bigger unit. So we've got, similarly like the small unit, a DC output piece which uses direct battery power to power items like your Wi-Fi would plug in there, your cell phones would charge on the other side, and you have your display screen, which we'll talk more in a moment. Okay, let's look at the business end of this larger 1000 watt 24 volt inverter. So again, you have your exhaust fan on the left hand side, followed by two breakers. One for your battery, to basically isolate the battery if there are any issues or you need to service the unit. And you've got a breaker for the solar charge controller, which is actually really good if you are working with the solar panels and you need to then cut power to it in order to move it around, disconnect it, etc. And as you can see, this unit's already connected to a solar panel. You've got your solar inputs, positive and negative. We're using 4mm wire here. You put your two AC outlets and your charging input. Behind this little door here, we have the batteries, which are gel batteries, 100 amp hour, which are designed for this particular purpose. Okay, so it's plugged into AC. Currently both breakers are down for the PV and the battery. On the right you have your screen, which then has your input voltage of 227 volts or so, and your output voltage at 220. And the little diagram is showing that your AC is just supporting your load and charging the battery. Also, there are four little indicators up here for PV, which is your solar panel, line, which is your AC input from your utility, inverter mode, and fault. So the big benefit of this unit though is in actually allowing it to connect to solar panels. This unit has an 800 watt Mppt charger built in, which gives you the opportunity to run up to two 400 watt panels. So let me go ahead and turn that breaker on to see what it looks like. As we can see, an LED has come on up here showing that we're now also receiving PV power into the unit. We've also got a little PV panel there, which is now running through the DC charger, charging the batteries. And I've turned off the AC just to demonstrate this a bit better. So as we can see in our display, we now have a solar panel which is charging the battery, and then the battery is now supplying our load. Scrolling through the menu, we can just have a look at our PV power. So I've got two 275 watt Mecer panels in there at the moment on my deck, so not adequately aligned to the sun. But as you can see, it's a relatively hot day and we are generating somewhere between 300 and 400 watts if the sun decides to stay out. Keep scrolling through the menu, we see that our batteries are now full. We are pulling a 15% load on a 1000 watt inverter, which means we're pulling around 150 watts of power, and our PV is now more than double that. The battery provides support to the load throughout, and depending on how much PV wattage coming into the system, it will then charge up accordingly. I'm really impressed with these inverters. I think they're really good value for money. We've negotiated a pretty good deal for our customers, given the fact that we don't have our typical bare bone or Mecer 1400 watt units in stock at the moment. So yeah, if you're looking for a solution with pure sine wave, you've got additional things like fans, fridges, and oxygen concentrators to run, this is an ideal solution for you. Always remember, it's still only 1000 watts, so it handles everything that's work from home, but it still doesn't cater for any of your high element power items such as your irons, kettles, toasters, microwaves, and heaters. Keep following for more as we go down this journey of upgrading our personal systems and supporting our customers. We also have looked at 3000 and 5000 watt systems. Not too much content out of those because they are permanently wired into distribution board systems. However, if there are any questions with regard to that, feel free to email us or make a comment on the video, and we'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. As always, thanks for watching. Take care.